Dear students and working accountants, you are all welcome to my YouTube channel, Smart Tally Prime Class. Okay. So in the last class, in the last video, we have learnt about the receipt voucher. We have learnt about the receipt voucher. Before that, we learnt about all the accounting vouchers. So in the last class, we completed this receipt voucher. So again, also just a revision. In the receipt voucher, we make entries for all the receipts. Any receipt we got, received in cash or and from the bank, through the bank, cash or through bank, whatever we received, we will enter in the receipt voucher, but only one transaction will not be entered. That is cash sales. Cash sales means sale of goods for cash. If you sell the goods for cash, so that receipt will not be entered in receipt voucher, because for the sale of goods, whether it is cash or credit, for the sale of goods, there is a separate voucher. That is why that sale of goods for cash, that is cash sales, should not be entered in the purchase voucher. Okay, so in the purchase voucher, so when you are first, I told you we follow the double entry system first, later we go for single entry system. In the double entry system, there is a simple debit credit. You need not to worry. It will take by default, it will take credit. The purchase voucher, but receipt voucher will take credit. Don't bother about that. First of all, first you have to give when you received money, from where or how you received, from where we received, for what purpose you received the money, from a person against the amount due, or from a person as advance, or towards any incomes we received. So that will be entered first. So it will show credit. First we will enter that. Then what we received, cash or through bank. Okay. Similarly here, now we are starting in this video, we are starting payment voucher. Payment voucher, as I already told you, this is not completely different. Method of recording is different than the manual accounting. So in the manual accounting, all these transactions will be recorded in the journal. Okay. So in the journal, how you will record? First of all, after seeing the transaction, what we will do? What are the two or more? You leave about more accounts, just take two. What are the two accounts involved in the transaction? There will be two accounts. And the next step is which type of account they belong. That is, these two accounts belong to which type of accounts. That we have to decide: personal account, real account, or nominal account. So the third step is, as per the type of account, depending on the type of account, as per the golden rules of that particular type, what is the entry to be made? That is, account to be debited or credited. Sir, for both the accounts, we will decide as per the type of account, that is type of account, and the golden rule, we will decide which account is to be debited and which account is to be credited. That's all. So the same thing here also. We will do the same thing and we will proceed to record. So today our topic is receipt voucher, and then I will show this one also. And then we will follow, I told you already, in the purchase, receipt voucher also. First we follow the what you call double entry system. We follow the double entry system by showing the debit and credit. Double entry system we follow, but in this case, if you want to follow the double entry system, so in the accounting vouchers, by default, this tally follows. By default they follow by and to. By default they follow by and to. They follow by and to by default. So what you have to do? First of all, we want to follow double entry system. For following the double entry system, we have to when you want to follow that, so it will show by default by or to. Now we are checking payment voucher. When you open that, by default it will show payment only. Suppose if it is showing some other voucher, we have to select the payment voucher. Payment voucher is F5 is the payment voucher. So select, click here, payment. That is payment voucher. It will open payment voucher. Or you can what you can do is you can click F5 in the what you call in the keyboard also F5. So wait, in that F5 you can receive payment voucher, you will get. So we will get the payment voucher. Now we have to record. We said we are following the double entry system. In the case of double entry system, so this tally by default it follows by two. By means debit entry, two means credit entry. By means debit, two means credit. But it is a confusing, it is a lot of confusing thing. That is why we have to activate the DR and CR, debit and credit, DR and CR instead of by and to. For that, what we require, we have to configure. So we have to go for F12. We have to press F12 configuration. If you configure it for all the companies, for all the vouchers, it will be like this only. So here the first one is use debit credit instead CR DR instead of to buy. You make it yes. If you make it yes and save it by pressing Control A. So you see here now here debit. So if you enter the debit account, then it will show credit. Okay. So we will follow the double entry system. And here now I told you when you are watching, entering now, what you have to do is see first of all in the receipt how you received or from where you received. Similarly here when you are making payment, to whom you paid or why you paid. For any purpose, what is the purpose of payment? Paid to some person against the amount due from us, or we give some advance to him for the towards the goods ordered, we will pay some advance. So is it advance paid or any expenses paid, like that? What is the purpose of payment? Who to whom we paid and what is the purpose of payment? For example, we paid to one X and Co. We paid, is a debtor or data? Is a debtor, sorry. So Y and Co. Y and Co is a creditor. Okay. Y and Co we paid. So to whom we paid? We paid to Y and Co. That is why. So click Y and Co. For example, we paid 2,000 rupees. Okay. So to whom we paid? To whom or what the purpose we paid? So we paid to Y and Co towards the amount due. Sundry debtors, sundry creditors means only those persons who bought goods from us are sundry debtors, and those who supplied goods, sold goods to us are sundry creditors. No other persons. Others are called in a different way. Only the person selling and buying goods with us or from us, they are only called debtors and creditors. So here his account is debited. So that's why it starts with debit. Always payment voucher starts with debit in the double entry system, because why you paid or whom you paid, that is to be recorded. It is debit. Then you forget this. The bill wise details that we will deal it with later. If you get like this, so just enter on account. Okay, on account. So now it is credit. Now the second one, credit first. Why you paid or to whom you paid. Next credit. Next one is how you paid. Paid cash or through bank. If you pay cash, just we will we will enter cash. So cash 2,000. So just we will write narration. Paid on account. We paid on account or paid against bill number so and so. Okay. Suppose if you paid through bank, for example, State Bank of India. So our bank is State Bank of India, paying through State Bank of India 2,000. In this case, if you pay through bank, we have to give the details of the check and all the how we paid, check or through some means, check or by e-funds transfer like RTGS, etc. In such a case, in the case of check number. In the case of RTGS, all this, some number, code number will be there. That number, this we have to enter. That is why when you click this amount, then it will show a new page, bank allocations. So we have to allocate the amount to the bank because we paid into this bank. But from this bank we allowed, which we should check. From this bank we should check. Like that we have to make allocation. That is why this is called bank allocations for the State Bank of India 2,000. Here transaction type, how you paid. How the paid through bank means, how you paid through bank means give a check. So that is payment to the bank only. And there are many methods for that. You see here, if you click space bar, you will get check or DD. Check, e-funds transfer, others. Check means check. E-funds transfer means transferring the e-funds online, RTGS, NEFT, NEFT, RTGS, NEFT, net banking, all this will come. And others means some other means. And also you got other, some other means also. So show more, double click there, you will get through ATM. In the ATM, we can transfer from our account to another account. In the ATM also, ATM try. Just like withdrawing, we can transfer to others also. And card, we can pay on our credit card. So we will give them, we will swipe with them, we will pay on card also. And then check, ECS, electronic transfer, and e-funds transfer, that is called RTGS, etc. And then electronic check, and there is a method is there, electronic check, electronic DD, or others like that. So we will select check now. So the amount will be shown, and check range means for the checks, particular type of check, they can be issued up to a certain limit, up to 1 lakh limit. So only up to 1 lakh we can, the range is 1 lakh. So we can issue up to 1 lakh only. Above 1 lakh, we should not use. There will be some other checks. Those you have to issue. That is called check range. That is not required for us. Then instrument number. Instrument number, check number. Whatever it may be, 6 numbers. And then instrument number. And here, see, in the case of receipt, bank account is shown, bank name. Because when you receive check, the person who gave check to us, so on which bank they gave a check, their bank account, we will write the bank name. Because on our bank we are depositing, so their bank account we will write. Now here we are issuing check. So from our bank only we issue. From our bank only. So which bank we issued check? State Bank, that entered. Means from other bank, some other bank, we issued a check. That will be entered here. That is why here bank name is not given. Like this, enter. Okay. So first we start with to whom we paid, why you paid. To whom we paid or why you paid. To pay to a person or paid towards any expenses, why you paid. That is to be entered first. And then how you paid, cash or through bank. That's all. This is the payment voucher. But remember, when you are entering in the payment voucher, you should not enter all the payments. We have to enter cash or bank. But one payment you should not enter, that is cash purchases. Cash purchases, the purchase of goods for cash. If you purchase goods for cash, it is a payment only, but it should not be entered in the payment voucher. It is to be entered there because there is a separate voucher for purchases. So purchases, either cash or credit, will be recorded in the purchases voucher. Similarly, in the receipt voucher, I told you already, you should not enter sales, cash sales. When you sell goods for cash, the amount received will not be entered in the receipt voucher. The cash sales or credit sales will be entered in sales voucher. Okay, so this is the thing. So here now we will do we'll take up some transactions. We'll take up some transactions. We'll see some transactions we'll take up. See, already we did some problem yesterday. For receipt voucher we did. So now for payment voucher. See here, payment voucher. These are the transactions from the beginning. That is, we decided which is the correct accounting voucher. In the transactions only I have taken. You see, number one, 2622, June 2nd, gave loan to Venkat. So what is the date? June 2nd. So here it is 2nd May. So you have to click F2. If it goes to the next date, but here we require 2nd June, that is why 2/6 we have to. If it is the next day, if you click F2, automatically the next date will come. If you have to enter some other date, then you have to type the date. So we have taken the date 2nd June. Then to whom we paid? We paid to Mr. Venkat. He gave loan to Venkat, whatever it may be. We paid to Venkat 2000. In this, what are the two accounts? Venkat is one account. Unpaid means cash. Cash paid is one account. Venkat, one account. And cash is one account. So here, Venkat is receiving. Where giving means Venkat is receiving. His account is to be debited. Cash is going out. cash account is to be credited here. So first of all, what you have to enter? To whom we paid? Venkat. See, Venkat. See, if you press V, the account is not there here. So Venkat account is not there. We have to create the again. See, in this case, see, the list of ledger accounts are shown. All these ledger accounts are already created before the entries. They are called, what you call, simply account, ledger creation. Ledger creation. Ledger creation, it is called. The ledger creation is also called ledger creation page. In that page, ledger creation, primary method. The primary is not given. That is the primary method. That is beginning itself, even before entries, creating the ledger masters. That is ledgers is called primary method. So under the primary method, that is ledger creation. So we created all this. Now one account, Venkat account is not there. Now we have to enter. We have to create. When you create during the voucher entry, when you create during the voucher entry, the same ledger creation page will open. But this is secondary method, not in the beginning. We are creating during the voucher entries. So it is called voucher, ledger creation secondary. Now we require this. Now how you create that? In that case, in the beginning in the gateway of tally, in the masters, first create, that we can click and create, or go to alter. In that, select ledgers, then go to, in that also we'll have create. Go click that create, then you can create the account. But here, how can you create? Here also, in this list of ledger accounts, see on the top portion, there is a button create. So we can click this one, the same page will open, but see the name. Ledger creation. In the beginning, that is the primary method. Simply it will show ledger creation, means it is primary. Now it is showing ledger creation secondary method. That is during the voucher entry we are creating. So we can, what we can do? We can create this ledger. So by clicking here, create, or simply there is shortcut key, Alt C. If we click, just remember Alt C. Alt C means it is also creation button. So it is also creation. So either click Alt C, or in the list of ledgers on the top, there is create button. You can click that also. The same window will open, but this is a secondary method. So ledger creation secondary. Here we have to copy. What is the name? Venkat, sorry. Venkat account. So Venkat account. Now here, simply everybody will get some confusion here. So we are giving loan to Venkat, isn't it? So Venkat, under which group he falls? So suddenly everybody says he is a debtor, because we are giving loan to him. He is a debtor to us, isn't it? He's a debtor. But he is a debtor. Everybody will say, he'll select the group as sundry debtors. But he is not a debtor. Sundry debtors, sundry debtors or sundry creditors means only dealing with goods. Sundry debtors means all the customers are, they are also called customers. All the customers are the persons to whom we sold goods. They are called sundry debtors. If we purchase goods on credit from others, supplier, the suppliers are called sundry creditors. Only persons buying from us or selling to us only goods, they are called sundry debtors and sundry creditors. But here, Venkat is not a sundry debtor. You are giving him loan. See, we are giving him, gave loan to Venkat. We are giving him loan. So that means loan is an asset. Say this giving loan or giving advances to our staff or some related persons, it is taken as loans and advances in the asset side. Loans and advances asset. Loans means giving loans to employees or anybody to buy something. Or sometimes for festivals or for other purposes, we will give some advance. So this is called loans and advances asset. Loans and advances asset. That is to be selected because we are giving loan. So in that one, I told you in the groups, the loans and advance is a secondary group on the asset side. Under the primary head, current assets. Under the primary head, under the current assets, this loans and advances is the secondary group. Under current assets, primary group, loans and advances. Go back and check up the video. And loans and advances is a secondary group. Under this, we give to who all the persons to whom we gave loans, we give advances, their names will become, that is called individual amounts will come. Okay, so we have to collect this loans and advances asset under current assets. Current assets is the main group and the primary group, and loans and advances is the secondary group. Under this secondary group, the persons who took loans or advances from us, their names will come. Venkat account, that's all. And Telangana, everything okay. And see, save it by pressing Control A. By pressing Control A. So Venkat account is created. How much you gave? 2,000. 2,000 to what you paid. We paid loan, we gave loan. What you paid? We paid 2,000 means nothing is given, means it is cash only. If it is paid through bank, they'll go bank check like that. It's not given, nothing is given means we have to select cash. So here loan given to Venkatar, being loan given, being loan given. Name is not required because name is in the entry. In the narration, we have to write the transaction very briefly. That is why we'll write a short description. Just being loan given. So save it. Okay. So in this case, this is completed. Okay. So when you are giving, except selling goods, no one, that only when you sell the goods, the person buying the goods is the sundry debtor. Others are not debtors. And when you purchase goods only, and credit from others, the supplier is only sundry creditor. Okay. Next, second one. Purchase cycle by issuing State Bank of India check number so and so for 3,000. So we are purchasing cycle and paid through check. So it is payment or receipt. Definitely is payment. So it will be entered in the payment voucher only. So what is the date? 31st July. So it is different date. So press 2, Alt 2, 31st July. Okay, take it. And now we are what? Why you paid? Why you paid? We bought cycle. We bought cycle. We bought cycle means it is a asset, fixed asset. So we are buying fixed asset. Buying fixed asset on credit is entered in journal. I told you. Buying cycle is not goods. So it is never entered in the purchase voucher. It is cash purchase is entered in, cash purchase is entered in the payment voucher, and credit purchase is entered, that is asset. Credit purchase of asset is entered in journal. Okay. Now we are purchasing bicycle, and bicycle is one account, and we are issuing check means State Bank of India check. That is, if the State Bank of is not given, it means it is cash. The second account is cash. But here cycle is one account, real account, and the State Bank of India is another account. It is a personal account. Real account asset is coming. Debit what comes in. State Bank of India is giving the check money. They are giving check means the State Bank will give money. So giving the money means it is a giver. Credit the giver. So like this, first of all, we have to give cycle. We have to write. See here, if the Venkat account was not there, we created Venkat account. Now cycle account is there or not? See, it is not there. So this also we have to create. How? Alt C, cycle account. Cycle. It is called fixed asset. It is fixed asset. Okay. So we have created cycle, and how much you purchased for? 3,000 rupees. Okay. 3,000 credit. How you paid? In the case of Venkat loan, we paid cash. In the case of buying the cycle, we should check of State Bank of India. So we have to select State Bank of India 3,000. Then what you give? Check. Check you have to give an amount, and check instrument number 252525. Date will be the same date. That same date of the check. Entry. But sometimes we prepare the check in advance, 1 or 2 days before that. So when the check is prepared, that date written on the check we have to enter here. Here the entry we are making on this date. That is in the voucher we enter the date on which you are making the entry, and in this bank allocation page, the instrument date, check date we have to write. Okay, 31st July. By default it will take. So being cycle purchased for cash, or being cycle purchased by check, anything. So this is the thing. Understand now? Okay. Next. So this is over. Next, that later we will do many transactions mixing all the types of transactions, we will do lot of problems. Then purchased goods 5,000 for 5,000 rupees from Ramana and issued a check. Purchased goods from Ramana and issued a check. It is also payment. We purchased goods just like purchased cycle, issued check. Similarly, purchased goods and issued check. So this is also payment. Can we enter in the payment voucher? No, because if you purchase asset, we can enter. But when you purchase goods and make payment or sell the goods, receive payment, this by selling or purchasing goods, if you make payment or receipt, that is not entered in the payment voucher or receipt voucher, because there is separate voucher for this purchase of goods. There is separate voucher for purchase. There is separate purchase voucher for goods. That is why this is not, just I gave it like this. This is not entered in the this receipt payment voucher, because we are paying, but it is paying for goods. That is why it will be entered in the purchases voucher. This is not entered in the payment voucher. This is, even though this is payment, this is not entered in the payment voucher. So we have to remember that. So everything is given means we should not enter everything. We have to analyze whether where to enter. So here where it will be entered in the purchase voucher. So we should not enter in the payment voucher. Okay. So this is the thing. And one more thing here. In the gateway of tally, you see, first masters we completed. There are masters, transactions, utilities, reports. There are 4 heads. Under every head, there are some options. So we have to learn one by one. Here, masters, we completed all the 3 options. Create single ledgers. Chart of accounts, create multiple ledgers. Alter, either single ledger, any ledger, we can alter as well as delete the ledger accounts. These 3 we completed. Now we are doing in this transactions. In that first one is vouchers. Now we are learning what are the vouchers and how to enter the transactions in the voucher. We completed receipt voucher and completed payment voucher. Tomorrow we will take up another voucher. Okay, like this, we have to enter all the transactions in different vouchers. So this voucher option is required. This is the work of this voucher is to make entries in different vouchers. That is the name of. Say yesterday we made some entries in receipt voucher. Today we made entries in payment voucher, and tomorrow we will make entries in some other voucher, and again next day another voucher. Like that we make entries in many vouchers. And the second option is day book. The name itself indicates day book. The book indicates the transactions of that day. Okay, that means here if you open this day book, we can see all the transactions which we recorded in the vouchers for that particular day. But today we entered many transactions. If you go and see the day book, we can see all the transactions we entered today in different vouchers. The name of the voucher will be given. Receipt, payment, purchase, sales, debit note, credit note, all this. Then voucher type will be given and the amount will be given. The list will be given. But here, day book is not for one day. Day book means that day. You have to remember, it's not for that day. If you want, generally, if you open that, it will show for that day. So you made entries on one day. Entries on one day. If you go day book, it will show the entries, all the entries for that day only. But we can see entries for any period or any day. For example, we want to see for yesterday. Take yesterday's date. So we will get yesterday's transactions. Today's date will automatically show. And not tomorrow, not only today. If you take for 1 week, so from one date to another date, if you select, that is by pressing Alt F2. If you press F2, it is used for changing the date only. If you press Alt F2, it is for changing the period. So from one day to another day, if we select that period, this day book will display all the transactions for the whole period. So this day book will be, we will go to the day book, we will learn about it after making entries in all the vouchers. Okay. So with this we completed the payments voucher. Okay. So you remember well and see this, practice it again and take some other transactions on your own. You can take some other transactions. and you can try and you can practice them. Okay. With this, we stop this lesson topic now. And here I request you, please, you all the persons who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon and select all so that you will get the notifications for all the videos which I upload. Okay. And then share this channel link or share the channel with all your friends. And while watching the videos, please watch the video till the end, because all these vouchers are the same, all new things. So if you skip that, all these topics, you will not understand. Okay, tomorrow you will not understand. Next day, you will not understand if you don't see the whole video the previous day. Okay, like that you watch the videos till the end, and after that you just click the like button, that is thumb button, you like, that is like the video, and you definitely you post your idea about this video in the comment section below the video. Okay, that is the thing. And I hope you will all support my channel, and you follow my channel and all the videos in the sequential order which I am uploading in the same order also you learn. Then you will learn expert knowledge and you can become a very good, perfect, full-fledged accountant. Okay, with this, I hope all you will understand, and I hope I wish you all the best, and we will meet in the next video. Next